Kingston College needs you.
Help us transform this space into this. But to do this, we will need $1 billion.
And only you can get us there. It's our legacy project, which will undoubtedly enhance student experience now and for many years to come.
Please, donate as much as you can.
And as many times as you can. And together, let's make this legacy project a reality.
Fortis then, Fortis now, Fortis forever.
To support this Centenary project, visit kcfortis100.com or scan the QR code and click the Donate tab.
How beautiful it is. Fortis, Cadere, etc. non potest. The brave may fall, but never yield. It's a beautiful Tuesday morning, and everybody know me, where I stand, right? One thing with me, I'm a loyalist, right? And it's the right color on a right island Tuesday. And trust me, it's all about the kings of North Street. And we say good morning to each and every one of you, and of course to all the KC supporters as well. Now, the prestigious institution is celebrating 100 years of shaping legends and lives all across Jamaica and the world. Now, that's what Kingston College is all about, and they're celebrating all of that and more this year. From sports icons to scholars, KC has been a cornerstone of greatness. Yes, cornerstone of greatness and of erudition in Jamaica over these 100 years. This morning, we're joined by Chairman of the KC Board of Management, Michael Vassiana, and Chairman of the KC Development Trust Fund, Mr. Reynolds Scott, to talk about the Centenary celebrations and what's in store for this major milestone this year. Gentlemen, good morning and welcome to Sunrise. How are you doing?
Thank you.
Fortis.
Good morning, Miss, shall we say Miss Kitty?
Yes, you said. No, Fortis for a lot of people, Mr. Scott, you know, is just not a school. It's an institution. It's a way of life. First of all, talk to me about which year or which era were you there?
Well, for me, the chairman, I'm not sure about his time, but I was before him.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure maybe 10
Chairman?
years.
I was there from 1966 to 1973.
Wow.
And I left a year before he went to school.
Oh, wow.
I left in 1965.
1965. Talk to me about what was your KC experience like back then?
Well, you know, I'd have to go back a bit to say how I got to KC, because the truth is, you know, at primary school, you fill up the form for your application. So I wrote up my form and I put Arden. I'm 11 years old. And the teacher, I must thank her, Mrs. Green, she took the form, read it, called me, and she said, "Why did you put Arden?" I said, "Because it's a co-ed school. Girls go there." And she tore up the paper and wrote Kingston College. I want to thank Mrs. Green and all teachers for what they've contributed and for allowing me to go to Kingston College, because it's the best thing that would have happened to me. And I continue to give Kingston College support because it's the foundation of my formation.
Wonderful. And for you, Chairman?
My experience was a little different. I attended St. Matthew's Anglican Church. And at that church, there were a number of boys who went to KC. And while I was in primary school, you know, they influenced my decision. And from there on, it was really a matter of course that I had to go to KC. Apart from that, too, the priest at the church was Reverend Weevil Gordon, who eventually was a teacher at KC as well. And he encouraged all the boys in the church to go to KC.
Yes.
And it has been a wonderful experience. And as Reynolds said, it has shaped my life as well. And it's one where you mentioned earlier in your opening that loyalty is important. And that's what you learn at KC. Loyalty, and commitment to
And
purpose.
brotherhood,
And
right?
brotherhood.
Yes.
Could I ask you a question,
Yes,
Kitty?
sir.
When did you go to KC?
You know, I started back in the 90s there, right? The early 2000s, you know. But I think, I think that, you know, the tenets on which KC is built are people who are winners and, you know, persons who deal with progress, elevation, togetherness, and loyalty. When you look on KC, it is off a good year. So good morning to all the ladies who attended KC. We attend there. And when you have a great Kingston College gentleman as well as husband, I got to tell you. Yes, good morning. From KC, Mr. Wilkinson, you know. But talk to me, Chairman, because this is a big deal, Centenary year. Talk to me about the projects that are being undertaken by the Kingston College family at this time.
The projects we have chosen to pursue really is to build on the foundation that has been laid over the past 100 years.
Yes.
And to ensure that current and future students will have a learning environment that is good for them. And there are some major projects that we're pursuing, and there are some other minor ones, but all in the event to further the learning and teaching environment so that our teachers are comfortable and our students are able to learn in an environment that supports learning.
Right. And in terms of building, I also know that, you know, KC is futuristic, so you're now catering to and building and involving the future, you know, different types of work and career choices and so on.
Absolutely. In fact, Reynald has some pictures of some of the projects that we're pursuing.
Yes.
That if that can be shown on screen, it
Yes.
will be very good because it's really to improve the physical environment as well as the spiritual as well, because one of the projects is a renovation of our chapel.
Yes.
And any boy who has been to KC will know that the chapel played an important part in our lives.
Yes. And we say good morning to Mr. Myrie as well, principal.
Oh, yeah.
And for a lot of young boys, you know, who never had it from the inner city, who didn't have exposure to a certain education, Kingston College gave them that opportunity to actualize their dreams and to elevate from their circumstances, because it's not how you start, but how you finish.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Over the past 10 years, Chairman Vassiana and Principal Myrie have been reinventing and improving the school, both in the academics and in the physical environment, as he has spoken. And that physical environment is not only, as the Chinese would say, create a feng shui environment in which all the elements come together, and so the boys can learn in a more peaceful, satisfying environment.
Nice.
And that is where we are now at the beginning of the 100 years of our celebration, where we have done over the entire frontage of the school, the entire North Street campus.
Yes.
Added the facilities. I think you have some of those pictures there.
Yes.
Showing the facilities.
Yes, right. There we are.
Yeah,
Yes, what it was
that's a new
before.
frontage.
That's a new, yes.
That's a new frontage of the school, yes. And the boys are excited. If you notice that the motto is on the external part of the school, which says Fortis, Cadere, Cedere, non potest. And then on the internal side, they see it from their classroom.
Yes.
The brave may fall, but never yield. And that is actually our motto for this year, you know. And we have shortened it, almost like how, say, Grace Kennedy would advertise.
Yes.
We've shortened it and it becomes never yielding.
Never yield.
Never yielding.
Never.
So never yielding is going to go to champs when you go, and you will say never yield.
Never yield.
Never yielding.
Never yield.
I also, all of this that they're doing helps to stimulate the interest and involvement of other KC boys.
I'm happy that you said that, Mr. Scott, because that was going to be my next question about the KC Old Boy fraternity. Being a KC Old Boy, you know, is one where you give back to those who, you know, would have laid a foundation for you and also help others to also rise. Talk to us about the KC Old Boys involvement and the fundraisers that you have going on.
Now, let me take the Old Boys first. There are several chapters of the Kingston College Old Boys Association.
Yes.
Some extremely strong chapters that have existed for more than 35 years. And any organization that exists for over 35 years, you know, clearly must have a reason for its foundation and to maintain the quality of output. New York, as an example. When we did there's New York, I mean, mention them, New York. We go down to, I'm running down to Tampa, down
Florida,
to Atlanta, down into into Florida, and go back up to Toronto. All along the east coast there of the USA are very strong chapters, and they support the development of Kingston College. They're the main supporters of the old boys who contribute. For instance, we have a building that was just been completed, the Douglas Forest building.
Yes.
And that building cost somewhere about $140 million. And the old boys of the New York chapter in particular, who initiated the process, donated some almost $40 million. The local boys, and through the Kingston College Development Trust Fund, contributed approximately $30 million. And the Ministry of Education contributed towards the completion of the school. So we're also dedicating the Douglas Forest building this year, because it's now complete, along with the other projects that we are dedicating. She did ask about the well.
The truth is that even just the normal operations of the school, what we get from the government is just not enough.
Yes.
And the old boys have stepped up to support the school, and without that sort of support, we would be really in problems to offer what we want to offer to our students.
Yes, well, this year's centenary year, how can even other supporters outside of the old boys contribute? So, for example, do you have memorabilia on sale that we can buy? How can we lend support to this project?
We do have memorabilia on sale, and that can be accessed by our website, the Centenary website, kc4100.com. Nice. There is a link there to shop, and anyone who is interested in acquiring a memorabilia can do that.
And is there an account that we can lodge funds to?
There is also an account. Some of the memorabilia is also available at our bookshop on the North Street campus.
Yes.
So that's...
And the account number is right there on screen right now, guys. Yes. Kingston College Development Trust Fund, National Commercial Bank, Constant Spring is the location, and the account number is there. If you want to donate Jamaican dollars or United States dollars, that is also there. So for all the persons who have gone to KC, have benefited from Kingston College, or somebody from Kingston College, or you just love the school, you know, and what they stand for and what they represent, you feel free to contribute as well to the growth and the development of this very wonderful institution.
The memorabilia, we have watches, 100-year anniversary watch. I think you could use one. Kitty.
Yes, I know, right? Yes. Hi, honey. Yes.
Rings, too, and pendants. Pendants. So those are available, and again, the New York chapter initiated that process. So that's the kind of support that we're getting from the chapters abroad.
Very well, very well. Chairman, finally, Sunday was the 5K. The turnout I hear was great. Talk to us about that and what other events you have coming up so that we can get ready and to attend.
Sunday's event was almost overwhelming for me because of the participation we got. Yes. And what was also interesting was to see students from other schools participating in their school colors.
Nice.
I mean, there was Calabar boys, there were St. Jago and Camperdown that I saw. And it was refreshing to see the sort of support that we got. And I want to say publicly thanks to the participants and thanks to the sponsors as well who supported us.
Nice. And what else do we have coming up?
Other events, this Sunday we're going to have a church service because, as I said earlier, religion has played a major part in our schooling and upbringing.
Yes.
And we believe that we need to start early in the year with a church service. So we have a church service on the North Street campus this Sunday. There are other events to come. In April is really when we're going to have the major events.
Yes.
Because April is actually when we have the Centenary celebration, the anniversary.
Yes.
The 16th of April.
The actual date.
Right.
A gala.
And on that day, we're going to have an anniversary gala.
Oh, wow. All are invited?
Yeah,
all
get
are
ready.
invited.
Yes.
All are invited. All are invited. And I expect to see you in your colors.
Very well, sir. Very well. Right. Very well.
Because it will be a purple tie affair.
Oh, purple tie affair. Lovely. Yes. Quite lovely. Well, I see Mr. Scott with a photograph there, sir. What's that about?
This is one of the projects that is being undertaken and supported by old boys from the Florida chapter.
Yes.
And this is called the Legacy Walkway. And if you can say, you see it? The Legacy Walkway.
Yes, that camera over there. Yes.
Which one? This one?
This number one right here. Yes, that camera right there. Yes.
The Legacy Walkway. And it is, the invitation is that each old boy of Kingston College can have his name embedded in the walkway and inscribed on a paver brick, which is lifetime.
Oh.
He can take his grandchildren
so it's like a Hall of Fame, a Walk of Fame.
I went to Kingston College, and that is my name there. If you can see on the picture, there are some plaques here already.
Yes.
And some famous names are there. Some Rhodes Scholars names are there. Head boy names are there. Chairman name is there. Dave Myers' name is there. I think my name is there too. Yeah. And so this is really a significant part. It's $500 US, gentlemen, wherever you are, every part of the world, every nook and cranny of Jamaica and the world. We're asking you to make your donations to the Kingston College Trust Fund, and you can get your name inscribed here on the walkway.
Very well, Chairman. Thank you so very much. Absolutely amazing. Wishing you all the best. And of course, you know you have my support, and I will support as best I can in whatever ways I can, and continue to help KC to be a wonderful institution that it is, and continue to help boys definitely become men in whom we can be proud all the time. Thank you so much. Our guests this morning have been Michael Vassiana, Chairman of the Kingston College Board of Management, alongside Reynolds Scott, Chairman of the Kingston College Development Trust Fund. And as KC celebrates 100 years, we're about to toast to something extra special, courtesy of Harbor Wines and Spirits, right after these messages. Fortis forever! Fortis, Catare, Centenary, no Potes. The brave may fall, but never yield. Stay tuned. It's sunrise.